Powered by
Shivam Constructions Private Limited. We build your dream.
भुवनेश्वर स्मार्ट सिटी रो द्वितीय अध्याय डिस्कशन को मु स्वागतम करुच्ची समस्त को भुवनेश्वर विच इज एस्पायरिंग टू बी कमर रीजनल इकोनॉमिक सेंटर हवापाई कारण कलिकता रो टिकेन को प्राय 50 वर्ष है डेवलपमेंट विशेष देखा जाऊनी सो ईस्टर्न इंडिया रे आई थिंक भुवनेश्वर इज गोइंग टू इमर्ज एज वन ऑफ द मेजर इकोनॉमिक हब्स आउ सेतिपई गवर्नमेंट आउ आमर समस्त प्राइवेट एंटरप्रेन्योर्स आर ऑल्सो रेस्पॉन्सिबल बिसाइड्स द नेचुरल रिसोर्सेस आमर मिनरल रिसोर्सेस इंडस्ट्री लार्ज इंडस्ट्रीज हैव ऑलरेडी कम इन water resources, water and forest resources पे lot of other, the marine industry is developing, the IT, in fact Bhubaneswar second tier city hub देखी कि भी maximum number, all the 5 major ITs are present out here, IT companies. एवं Bhubaneswar is one of the major educational hubs of Eastern India. और corporate क्षेत्र भी best development होची किंतु ये देखिबा पड़िबो कौन कौन फैसिलिटी दबा हवा उचित मुझे रिक्वेस्ट करी मिस्टर अरुण मिश्रा तांको मतलब देवे कि कौन कौन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर सोशल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर दबा
देखो ओडिशा रे इन्वेस्टमेंट आनिया पाए वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट रिक्वायरमेंट इज जोटा फ्रॉम कॉर्पोरेट साइड इज टैलेंट रिटेंशन आजिकली यू हैव लॉट ऑफ पीपल अवेलेबल फॉर जॉब्स बट तांकर राइट टैलेंटेड लोकों को आनिया पाए दे रिक्वायर लॉट्स ऑफ फैसिलिटीज एबेरे जो डेवलपमेंट होची सिथरे चाहे इंडस्ट्री कहतु बा आईटी कहतु all are basically IT driven and very highly skilled job ro percentage compared to low skilled job ebe adhika he galani unskilled job almost non existent apart from utility services factories रे unskilled job आजिकल नहीं तो ये जो skilled लोक मैंने आसवे तांको रहिया पाई their requirement is changing हमरो कंपटीशन का संगे लोकों को आनिया पाई हमें compete करूछु गुरगांव नोएडा सेक्टर सहित हमें compete करूछु बेंगलोर हमें compete करूछु हैदराबाद सहित so जिमन आसवे से कंपेयर करेंगे दे रिक्वायर देयर आर लॉट ऑफ पॉजिटिव थिंग्स भुवनेश्वर हैज गॉट डायरेक्ट एयरपोर्ट कनेक्टिविटी ऑलमोस्ट मेजर इंडियन सिटीज आर डायरेक्टली कनेक्टेड रोड्स आर वेरी गुड वन ऑफ द पॉजिटिव पॉइंट ऑफ भुवनेश्वर इज 15 to 20 minutes commuting time between work to office all that is fine but after भी then at the end of the day people look for after hours what are the places available where चिठी लोक मैंने रिलैक्स करें और with family they can spend some time देखो आजिकली मॉडर्न जुग लोक कहते हैंगिंग आउट सो सम सच प्लेसेस विच आर नाउ रिक्वायर्ड विच विल ऑल्सो बिकम पार्ट ऑफ दैट स्मार्ट सिटी वेयर परहैप्स यू विल हैव 24/, and now government of India has made that rule also 24/7 shops can run where it will be just walk on the street and while away time
आमे पढ़िया पाइचु वेबसाइट रू जना पड़ुची कि भुवनेश्वर स्मार्ट सिटी रो टोटल 5 year टाइम फ्रेम अच्छी ता भितर द टोटल अमाउंट ऑफ मनी जो खर्च हो नियरली 4,500 crores प्लस सो ये जो खर्च रे आमर इट हैज टू बी स्प्रेड ओवर वेरी मेनी एक्टिविटीज वन ऑफ द मेन थिंग विल बी ऑब्वियसली डेवलपिंग द मेन भुवनेश्वर सेंटर एंड मेक इट लिवेबल which is now the Bhubaneswar they calling it the Bhubaneswar district center because we don't have a downtown in Bhubaneswar as such मुझे रिक्वेस्ट करी मिस्टर तपन महांती रियल एस्टेट आउ सही क्षेत्र रे कौन कौन होउची
देखो तो रियल एस्टेट सेक्टर रे तो आमे फील कर गवर्नमेंट किसी स्टेप न आरंभ कले पर्टिकुलरली बीडीए हैज स्टार्टेड वन ऑफ द मेजर स्टेप वी नो दैट दे आर नाउ वेरी सीरियसली इनटू slum rehabilitation scheme that not only facilitating good houses for the EWS, LIG and all those things, but that also helps in beautifying the city. So already BDI is very vigorously pushing those schemes. Already 3 schemes of slum rehabilitation in Bhubaneswar and big scale slum rehabilitation has already been floated. And I think maybe a month time they will close this scheme. And government has already put in line around 10 another slum on PPP mode to redevelop those things. That means good houses will be built for them, already transit house for them for temporary relocation has been built, and good houses will be built, not only good houses, their community hall, some kind of extra living or lifestyle facilities, maybe a small market complex, children play area. So all these have been floated, and I think maybe another 2-3 years people will start seeing the physical development of those slum rehabilitation. Number two, another thing, as all of us know, traffic is a big congestion in Bhubaneswar, and particularly parking. So already this multi-level car parking, MLCP, has already been expression of interest, tender has been floated for 2 such MLCP in a very central area. So at least
that is
one is near Satyanagar Saidnagar area. So that is a roadside parking traffic jam kar do chandi mano ichha traffic. Suppose anywhere there is a market complex, I am not naming any particular shop, but you find that whole lot of cars are being parked and the entire that area is jammed. Roads are jammed. So police is not able to help also. So those things are now slowly being focused into. So that discipline is being in place. Ta choda ebe jaha ame immediately sunuchu many activities and gone into that area. Ki Satyanagar and Saidnagar are now immediate focus area. Joti semane all these overhead power lines are to be underground, so that these 2 places will be completely overhead power line less. They are also putting pipeline, gas pipeline, though gas supply system has not been in place yet, but they are putting the pipeline. So as and when the government of India, that Ujjwal Yojana or something, I don't know.
No, GAIL is going.
GAIL is doing.
GAIL is
so they will not again redig the whole area and destroy the system. So that is being put in place. I think the Janpath is now being focused for an experience of the people, like they will beautify the road with small maybe water bodies, some decorative things. So people will have an experience. So I think these things in the physical field as far as real estate is concerned are in place. And they are also making they have gave us very clear instruction. All this slum rehabilitation will have a child friendly atmosphere. So child friendly, and they have also incorporated into the regulation that Bhubaneswar is going to be a child friendly city. So these are very good things, 2-3 things government has already taken step as far as we know about it.
I will request Mrs. Kajri Mishra to tell specifically what about the middle income and the hawkers and other people, those who will come for economic activity, how they can be integrated, because ultimately economic activity, economic opportunity will be the only reason will drive people from various other places to come to a place like Bhubaneswar.
I think you brought up a very important aspect. The Smart City initiative, it is not only for people like you and me, and nor only for the professionals, it is for everybody who is in the city. In fact, सबुठु बेसी जोटा कि जिनसे जोटा कि attract करे professionals को to any city is also the services available. And when I say services, it is not just the infrastructural services, domestic services, drivers, malls, how the services are in the malls. It is that section of people who actually make a city run. You know, when we build even for recreation, Bhubaneswar, we have a wonderful space. What are we doing to develop the open spaces? Not just large parks like Vijay Patnaik Park and other places, but smaller places, accessible places. That is perhaps one thought. The other part is, are we thinking of transportation for them? For the service class people who are needed in every area. The best thing about the Smart City proposal is the fact of mixed use development, which is going to be a beacon. If we can do that in every place, are we going to have gated communities for various classes separately, including for slum dwellers? Affordable housing is separate from the elite housing. Then how do these guys go there? I think these are concerns which will emerge once we go ahead from the Smart City proposal. The other aspect of the smart city proposal today बहुत बढ़िया जिनसटे is the traffic controlling system which is citywide, absolutely required, not just multimodal parking, multi-level parking, but other things. If we could integrate it with the regional transportation, because gote jinsa मन रखिबा जे हमर Bhubaneswar is our capital city. One. Second, as Mr. Mishra said, it is also being looked upon as a hub for the eastern region. Even if not for the region, for the state, it is the biggest city, and all the most other smaller towns are also linked, need to develop in the hinterland. What is the link? How are the transportation links being dovetailed into each other, and is IT being used for seamless transfer and integration of that? Could have been an extension of the proposal, but can definitely go on once we have a better traffic management in the city, and I would like to see that happen.
Thank you. But एई मैं कह चाहूँ कि मु जेतल देखली आमे समस्त कहबी वेबसाइट को जीवा पे bsclonline.com तादरे बहुत किछि इन्फॉर्मेशन अछि ता भीतर गोटे एडवर्टाइजमेंट एबे देखलु कि इंटीग्रेटेड traffic management and entire along with ICOMOC which is a very good concept. Now how soon they implement it, but I am happy that the government and BDA and the SPV which they have done, at least they are conscious about it. Though I am there should be more sort of citizen centric interaction कि समस्त आम जानू कि कौन होउची आउ आम मंतव्य भी निया जाओ.
That is an area I think many things are lacking, and if you just talk to any knowledgeable, educated general public also, they have no idea what is happening. Even if when I say they are knowledgeable and educated, they have no idea. So I think here the authorities, I am not naming which specific authority, the authorities or the SPV people, they need to interact with the people more and more from different walks of the life. So that interaction is probably something which is lacking, that government needs to little bit focus on.
Let us discuss specifically on the one thing which you discussed about that the majority of the population are going to be the people who are going to be giving the basic services, like starting from the hawkers to your home services to all kinds of services, and that is a very big factor for the number of population coming in gote ebong jo man achanti tanko subidhapai they are not, that is going to be useful for them, and thereby they will pay money, and that is how the economic activity gets multiplied. Eitar kon hochi
definitely gote major jinsa jota hochi affordable housing initiative ta, and amara gote state policy for housing for all jota kara hechi, that's a exceptional step forward. But आम स्मार्ट सिटी प्रपोजल भितर जोटा अच्छी सेटा टाउन सेंटर रे अफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग डेवलप करिबा किंबा स्लम रिलोकेशन करिबा, दैट इज अ गुड स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट. आई एम होपिंग कि दिस विल बी इंटीग्रेटेड विद द हाउसिंग फॉर ऑल पॉलिसी एंड इट विल बिकम अ सिटी वाइड इनिशिएटिव. Eventually how it is done, because smart city मु जोटा आगु कहूतली इट्स अ स्मार्ट सिटी मिशन भितर कामटा तांको लिमिटेड करी करा होची, बट इट शुड as expected feed into the. How will that happen, and will it happen in parallel with this, or are we waiting for this work to get over while we do that? That is a concern which we must articulate, and where I think unless that is done, we will not realize the fruits of that we are looking forward to from this smart city initiative. So we need to think about
Absolutely.
all the informal
Correct.
sector and not just the people who need affordable housing in the city. Do we have an affordable housing plan?
तपन बाबू आपन जो कहते कि इमीडिएटली कौन कौन होची, वन इज द जनपथ डेवलपमेंट जो होची जोटा गोइंग टू मेक इट मोर पीपल ओरिएंटेड रादर देन व्हीकल ओरिएंटेड. सो सेमिति भुवनेश्वर रे एंटायर जनपथ को जो डेवलप करा दाउची जो विच वेरी गुड प्लान. आपण कोन आपण तांगर मंतव्य कोन आपण
No, I think they have a plan in place that gradually they will make that road completely trafficless. They will make some alternate arrangement, and that portion will be a walking experience. You go to many European countries, you the long both side market complexes, and you go on walking and have the experience. Probably they have something. If
Okay, along with the, no, that is being done along with the normal traffic, but doing it so that, you know, in other places that the buses go on, the cars go on, but there is enough space for all other activities.
people to go move.
And Janpath has the space.
Has the space, and they have some plan in place.
Yes.
They have some plan in place, and that is probably their focus, but the immediate focus
Good.
is that. But I will just add on to what Dr. Misa said, because affordable housing, jo kahile, affordable housing is parallelly going on.
Yes.
It is going on parallelly, and government is really giving a thrust into it.
Yes.
They have something around 10,000 houses to be supplied at least, because now Odisha is feeling that MP has already floated 80,000 houses, that state has floated 60,000 houses, Odisha re panta kichi hai nahi. So they are now into PPP mode as well as also their own affordable housing. BDA and BMC are also constructing their own affordable housing. They are concentrating more on EWS, what you call it, economic, EWS also, mostly EWS, economic weaker section, and they are very aggressively going in for this PPP mode. So I think within a couple of years, maybe 2 to 3 years time, we see a good development on slum rehabilitation on PPP mode, which is a good thing, because that is a facility that is housing we are providing for your facility provider,
Yes,
or service provider. So this is a good thing.
देखुଥିଲି recently ଗୋଟେ news item पढ़िली, which is very interesting, that Bhubaneswar and Cupertino in USA has become sister cities. Now Cupertino is the headquarters of Apple, and the mayor had come here. We had met them some time back, and so this kind of sister city concepts, when it develops, I think the corporate world will have a lot to do to this. So what is your opinion?
Even a lot of Chinese cities are also tying up as sister cities in India. I think that is being primarily done to transfer knowledge and improve cooperation directly between a city mayor and another city mayor without going through the entire bureaucratic channel of government to government and then central government to state government, and then. So that's a direct contact. Second, lot of ideas, especially what does Bhubaneswar want to become? If Bhubaneswar want to become in future a destination for all IT or service oriented companies, that it wants to be a service city, not a manufacturing city, then it should have a sister relationship with a service city abroad. Then the similar facilities and the knowledge that can be transferred. If you want to become a manufacturing city, then we need to have a sister city relation with manufacturing city. If you are looking at young Bhubaneswar, which will be a lot of startups and who will become great, then yes, with the Cupertino sister city concept, it will help, because I think Bhubaneswar's aspiration is that it is an educational hub, lot of young talent are there, it's a place for startups, and that's a good positioning to make instead of positioning it as a industrial hub or textile hub or this that. For startups, then it's a city with a lot of cultural heritage for young talents to flourish in all directions of life. If this is the place, and that's a good positioning to make, and even in that direction all the facilities come up, it will be great.
What is your opinion on this? I mean, generally on Bhubaneswar specific.
I would think that आमे जदि a smart city initiative कला संगे संगे I think there is an initiative also कि गोटे strategic plan Bhubaneswar and Bhubaneswar area पे for the metropolitan area including Kanak and others करिया को गोटे initiative अच्छी. I am really looking forward to that. जदि कारण not only Bhubaneswar but Odisha, all towns, all urban areas in Odisha are small enough for us to put in place things that are sustainable, future oriented and smart. Big cities, metropolitan areas in the country don't have that luxury anymore. We have that luxury. let us plan strategically, not in terms of the master planning that we used to do, which hems in things, does not leave space for private initiative, but in a strategic way if we can plan, where does the government provide the support and where does the private initiative come in with that support to actually develop the region. Seita jodi gote strategic plan kari pariba, I think that would be fantastic because we can go where the aspirations are.
Good, बहुत बढ़िया कथा कहले।
हमर जो कथा अछि जे हम डिस्कशन करछे रिगार्डिंग स्मार्ट सिटी, तो खाली तो स्मार्ट सिटी ऊपर डिस्कशन कला हबनी। स्मार्ट सिटी इज फॉर होम, फॉर द सिटीजन। The citizen also need to be smart. So smart city should be for the smart citizen. So smart citizen, when I say, that means a continuous process of interaction, continuous process of knowledge sharing, continuous process of educative system. Even the downtrodden, they should know what are the facilities available, how to use that, how they can access to those facilities. So there has to be a continuous, not that Mr. Mishra Jayamti College, when we were contesting for the smart city contest, then I am समस्त involved करथिलु। बर्तमान जो गुरा services also are in pipeline, are in plan, are also in implementation stage, लोक को सब जिनसे जानिबा उचित आज्ञा। Rightly मैडम मिश्रा जितोड़ कहते जाएगा, it should be inclusive माने भी हो जाएगा knowledge sharing. Knowledge sharing is also a part of inclusiveness. So everybody should know. Everybody should also have a scope of ventilating their feeling.
It has to be interactive.
Interactive. Say that government should or authorities should now slightly start focusing on those lines.
Tapan Babu, apan jo kahile smart city, or more importantly, smart citizens. Mane each citizen should feel that belonging. Au tapare kahya puriyo se sitme tangaro waste disposal, garbage disposal, tangar panna phapadi beni chariade, au mane sabu subidha.
Segregation of wastage and
everything should be integrated. Eta bahut badhiya katha. Au apan jaha kahile ki not only Bhubaneswar जो central district है that should be replicated everywhere, plus a greater Bhubaneswar area, that means integrated Bhubaneswar on not only to only Bhubaneswar and Kanak and all the entire CDP area should be there, so that we do not have haphazard suburban developments. So like Delhi NCR region, there should be an integrated plan for the entire thing, and the smart city should dovetail into that. That should be the position. I would like you to give any concluding remarks if you want.
I'll just tell another aspect of smart city. Actually, the idea of smart city should be finally to improve efficiency and bring down cost and improve the quality of life. Okay. And one of the examples, very small, which can be done very easily. You know, we have now Wi-Fi enabled LED street lamps, which can actually be programmed like a section of in a particular corner. They feel we have some religious function or marriage happening, so my portion street light should be on for 2 more hours. Exactly, it can be put on for 2 more hours when others can be put off. So that will give citizens that experience on which, you know, finally the citizens, when they interact with government, they will feel happy about it, and what they demand, that will be served. I think that's the goal we are looking forward to.
In fact, smart citizen, if I may add to that, is also where if we can implement our requirement of the constitution in our 74th amendment, that every ward will have a group, which a ward sabha as they call it, that who interact with the city officers to do things for their section of the city, which suits their lifestyles, their expectations and their aspirations. I think that is what Mr. Mishra is also referring to, and I think that was a great example of what could happen. And it also connects with the fact that education is not just an individual thing. It needs community and peer pressure to get behavioral change. Whether you want to segregate waste or whether you should not spit on the road, it is a community affair. And that is what is being tried in sanitation, for example, shaming. You know, so there is a lot of education that for smart citizenship will happen only in communities. And how do we build that?
बहुत धन्यवाद. आमे conclude करिबा कहि कि Bhubaneswar is a livable city. It should be child friendly, citizen friendly, disabled friendly, and opportunities for all. बहुत धन्यवाद.
Powered by
Shivam Constructions Private Limited. We build your dream.